Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's talk about the power of 50. And what we're referring to is the 50 EMA on a 30-minute chart. Take a 30-minute chart, load 30 days in it, put a 50 EMA and a 200 EMA as our primary support and resistance lines. And you can see this is the ES futures today, and look how significant the 50 EMA was. We had a pretty bearish price action day going, and price did push down to the 50, but it could just not go under and stay. You can see we pushed down, closed back above it, pushed down, closed back above it, pushed under it a little more, then back above it, back under it, back above it, triggering bear flags. I mean, these should be powerful setups, because this bear flag actually triggered under the support zone with bearish momentum. In most circumstances, we would expect this to be a push lower. But instead, push down, left the bottoming tail, closed back above it. Push down again, bottoming tail. Push down to it, then push under it, back above it. Made a pretty big push down just to turn around and go right back up above it again. So you can see today the ES has yet to really have a significant close under the 50. Technically, this one actually closed under it by a little bit, but then the very next bar came right back up, and you see it's back above it again. And you can see in the past just how significant the 200 and the 50 are. The magenta line is the 200 EMA, and then look how many times it made that support. Hit it once, twice, third time, fourth time, and then finally bounced back up. Here's another example of the 50. And again, price sometimes pulls way down. I mean, we broke under the 50, came all the way down to here just to turn right back around and finish back up above it. And then look at all the times it touched it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times in a row. Couldn't find a direction on one side of the EMA or the other. You can see we pushed up to it, then back above it, down to it, down to it, down to it, under it, up to it, and just over and over, the 50 EMA acts as significant support and resistance. Here's 4 bars in a row, ran into resistance at the 50. Right here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars, 10 bars, all reacting to the 50 EMA. And what's significant about that is when you're in a trade, if you're getting a signal and it's signaling into the 50, well, you probably want to make sure that you get a close or at least a decent move on the other side of it, because we know that the 50 EMA has the potential to be a significant support or resistance zone. Same thing when you're in a trade. If you're in a trade and you're coming to the 50, you know that there's a high probability that you're going to stop there. And once again, look at all the times that you just got stuck at the 50 EMA. Even on this big push down, you turned right around and came back up. Bounced off the 200, because the 200 is also significant. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times off the 200, really 7 times off the 200. And this is for all the different markets. Here's crude oil, for example. Today, crude was just chopping up and down. Bearish bar, bullish bar, bearish bar, bullish bar, bearish bar, bullish bar. And then we finally broke out of this little pennant, and crude made a little move up into our target. But even crude, you can see, has significant reactions to the 50 EMA. Hit it once, twice, third time, fourth time there. Couple times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times there. And then a couple times here. multiple times here. So as you can see, the 50 EMA is a significant line of support and resistance, and when you're taking trades, you need to be aware of where that is. For taking profit, for example, if you're short, like if you trigger this shooting star, trigger down into the 50, well, you want to be thinking about taking profits in here. The flip side of that is if you're triggering a reversal doji, you don't want to take a reversal doji right into the 50 EMA because that's significant resistance. And you can see pulled all the way back down, now ultimately ended up finishing above. But you need to be aware when you're trading where the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA are on the 30-minute chart and the 240-minute chart. It's significant on both of those time frame charts.